Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Sylvie Rachelle show. It's your host, Sylvie Rachelle. What's up, ladies and gents? How are you? I hope you're doing well. So, type in the comments, I'm doing well. So, we're back with another episode. And today's episode is all about learning to not limit yourself. Stop limiting yourself. Learn to start where you are. And sometimes we're looking at social media or we're looking at other people's lives and we can be, in a sense, comparing ourselves, comparing our progress, comparing our walk, comparing the portion that God has given to each of us. You know, we're in this comparison game and we fail to see what we have in our hands now that we can utilize. Learn to work with a little sometimes. And one misconception I think that a lot of people have is they tend to judge that, okay, you choose to be average. Although in this world, there possibly are people who are okay with, being average. We all can't be top notch now. I'm just kidding. Well, you can choose to be average, but it doesn't mean that all of us want to be average. A lot of people, they're pushing through, they're striving, they're fighting to get somewhere in this life. And everyone's portion is different. Everyone may not, how can I say this? Everyone is starting at a different place in life sometimes. And you who may be starting at a different place, you may be starting somewhere small. And it's okay. But you just have to dedicate that time to cultivate what God has given to you. And one of the stories that just came to my mind or came to my spirit is the story about the talents. Okay? Let's go to that passage right now. Parable of the talents. There we go. So that's in Matthew 25, verse 14 to 30. But we're not going to read all that. So we're just going to read a little bit in between, okay? So verse 14, for it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted to them his property. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, to another 1, to each according to his ability. Then he went away. He who had received the 5 talents went at once and traded with them, and he made 5 talents more. So also he who had the 2 talents made 2 talents more. But he who had received the 1 talent went and dug it in the ground and hid his master's money. And, the rest of the story, you can read it at your own time. But the master was not happy with the one that just put his talent in the ground. Okay, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to do nothing with it because I have less. But no. Do what you're called to do with your portion. Do what you're called to do with it. And, the very first thing you have to really start or stop doing, if you are doing this, is to stop comparing yourself. Know where you are in your journey and work from there. Know your level and work from there. Know your level and work from there. And that's okay. But cultivate this and grow it, right? Cultivate it. Grow it. Don't stop, because in that same passage, in verse 29, it says, for to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. If you have your portion, right? Use the talent. Use the gift. Use what God has given to you. Stop limiting yourself because of where you are in your journey, because you're not where you need to be. Work your way up there. And another thing, In addition to stop comparing yourself, give it your best. Give it your best. Give it your all. Put time, put effort into it. Put time, effort into what you are doing. And I'm telling you, when you are faithful with little, God will allow increase to come. But you have to make up your mind. You have to make the decision that I'm not going to allow what I see to dictate what God has called me to do. Give it your best. No, there was a time or a season in time, this show was going under some renovations. And, I don't want to go too much into detail, but, it's coming. It's coming. I'll talk about it soon. But I wanted to stop altogether. I didn't want to continue. And I'm like, Lord, I'll continue when everything, is ready, when it's all done, when I got all my ducks, in a row, I got everything lined up, my I's are dotted, my T is crossed, that's when I'm gonna go ham. And he said something to me. He inspired me. He said, don't wait for everything to fall in line. Learn to fall in love with the process. Learn to fall in love with the journey. In this world, we are about go, 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 go. We're so excited about the destination, but we don't get to fall in love with the journey. And when you get to your destination and you did not enjoy the journey, you will regret it in a way. Learn to fall in love with your journey. Fall in love with it. Fall in love with the process. Don't be in a rush. I gotta get there. Because while you're trying to just get there, get to your destination, you forget to enjoy life in the process. There's so much fulfillment within the process. Knowing that, man, I could get there. Knowing, man, God is taking me somewhere. Fall in love with your process. And listen, I learned to do that. I learned to do just that. Fall in love with my process. And God began to move on my behalf. God began to add to me. Like I said, the increase that starts to happen. The increase began to happen. The increase began to take place. And, he just told me, keep going, don't stop. Build a momentum. Build some stamina to get to that place where I'm calling you to be, that destination. But enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Don't rush it. Live it. Love it. And be excellent at it. And what does that mean to even be excellent? Anyone who knows me knows I love my dictionary. Listen, I love the dictionary. But to be excellent is to be extremely good, to be outstanding. Okay, and there's other words that you can find for excellent. Let's see here. Admirable, right? Worthy. Something that's good, that's pleasing, extremely good. To be excellent means to be extremely good, to be outstanding. In everything that you are doing, be good at it. Be excellent at it. Put your all in it. Cultivate it. Learn to grow it. And as you do that, you will see God who will begin to add to you. Don't limit yourself. You're robbing somebody that needs to hear your voice. Someone that needs to hear the message that God has put in your belly. The message that God has given to you. Someone needs to hear that message. Don't shy away. Oh no, we're not going to do that. Don't shy away. Let your light shine and continue to go forth. Don't limit yourself. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll definitely see you next time. And stay tuned for the release of my latest book Born to Thrive. And of course, the accompanied activity book that goes along with it. Stay tuned. It's coming out. All right. And I'll let you know when the release date is happening and so much more. All right. God bless.